Yo, what's good, cyberpunks and retro nerds out there? It's your host, Tommy the Hammer, coming at you motherfuckers with another solo flight review. I haven't done one of these things in a while, have I? Today we're going to be checking out the late 1980s Italian horror film called The Paganini Horror. At least I think I'm saying that title right. This movie was directed by Luigi Cozzi. Once again, I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. This is a rare Italian horror film, and I guess you could kind of chalk it up to that whole heavy metal horror that was prolific in the late 1980s. Think the American horror movie Trick or Treat by way of Italian horror movie Murder Rock. Check out that trailer, peep that shit, lay your eyes on the motherfucking prize. When we get back, y'all motherfuckers are gonna know my opinion on the Paganini Horror.
Wherein the musician is granted eternal fame in exchange for his soul. Signed, Paganini and C.
Go ahead, open it.
Hey, Daniel. How come you came back up?
I am not Daniel. And now you will pay. And you will pay in the only coin I ever accept.
Well, guys, I might be a little bit biased here, but, I kind of liked the Paganini Horror. I grew up in the 80s, so I can really relate to films of that era, and I love Italian movies. My dad raised me on, spaghetti westerns and Italian films in general, so my appreciation for that side of cinema is infinite. I can always watch Italian movies. I love giallos. But this movie here, I don't really see anyone else, outside of people from my own generation really getting into this film. I know a lot of the younger generations, can't relate to, movies from, decades before, which I think is kind of strange because growing up myself personally, I was always fascinated by the movies that, came out in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. But, for me, I found a lot about this movie to enjoy. I thought the mood was spot on. This is kind of Hammer-esque gothic horror done by, Italians. And, the music that was accompanying this very creepy atmosphere was very spot on. I thought it was top-notch. Then at the same time, you've got this kind of hip rock and roll MTV music video concert vibe going on with the overall narrative. Now, I thought the initial setup to this movie was actually kind of entertaining. The first 20 to 30 minutes were really good. I thought the film established a nice creepy lore. I was interested in what was happening. There was a cameo by Donald Pleasance. He's always great to see on screen. And then about maybe 40 minutes into the film, you realize that this movie is low budget and it kind of meanders for the remainder of the movie. It wasn't until, the very end, maybe the last 15 to 20 minutes, that things picked up again. And I was actually interested in where it was going. I thought the ending was, serviceable enough. In terms of gore, the Italians are known for their splatterific effects. And when you watch movies like Dario Argento's films or Lucio Fulci, you kind of expect that. And with this film, you kind of get it. There's, a few moments where the gore was awesome and very gruesome. But, for a movie that's supposed to be a slasher film with a guy stalking girls in a creepy mansion, I felt like the director really should have amped up the gore. Cut back on some of the lengthy dialogue. This movie could have been a real winner, a hidden gem of the 1980s. out of 10 stars, I think I could award this movie a solid 6, 6.5 if you're into this sort of thing.